now is this. I spent a year pushing people towards Bandcamp thinking it would strengthen my artist income, but financially it hasn't even come close to what streaming plus live shows brought in. But if you listen to the Bandcamp bros, they're going to tell you if you sell 10,000 CDs, you can make $5.9 million in a weekend. But what their argument fails, and I think this is why you're sending me this email, is because people don't want to go there and buy the music. It's a I think I said this in a Bandcamp video a couple months ago. It's you being a puddle in the ocean. Like you're hanging out in the puddle when you should be in the ocean. He says, which brings me to the real question I'm wrestling with. Have artists collectively over-romanticized Bandcamp as the artist's first platform? Without a doubt. Without a doubt they have. You will have artists passionately, and they believe the rhetoric they're spewing, will tell you that Spotify sucks. Spotify doesn't care about artists, but then they act like Bandcamp's like doing this out of the kindness of their heart. Like they're not owned by some multi-conglomerate company, right? And that they don't have their hands in everything because they're trying to get rich off of your backs. They act like that does not exist. They act like Bandcamp is doing this because they love artists and Jesus and nuns and kittens. It's like, that's what they act like. And it's so far from the truth. And any of you employees from Bandcamp, like the last video I did a few months ago, if you want to send me some emails and you want to tell me I'm wrong, please do it, because I will be more than happy to continue to roast your terrible, god-awful platform that rips artists off and actually hurts their careers more than it helps, because that is what Bandcamp does. And you artists who tell your fans to stop going to Spotify and stop going to Apple Music and go to Bandcamp, you're lowering your reach, you're shrinking the number of people who are going to discover your music, and then you're going to complain that nothing happens and you're going to be this guy. He says, I'm not saying it's bad across the board. Clearly it works well for certain artists with very dedicated fan bases. Yes, you have to get to the point where you've probably been doing music for 25 years and then you put a vinyl on Bandcamp and those people go. But if you're a new artist starting off, or if you're an artist who's been around and you're now just kind of like moving on the up, Bandcamp is the death nails for you. He says, but for a mid-level independent artist trying to grow, it's starting to feel like Bandcamp is great for the super fans you already have, not for building a career or reaching new people. I'll give you that. I mean, I don't think it's great for super fans, but if you had that experience, then cool. You're an anomaly to me. He goes, and so the reason why I'm reaching out to you is that I saw your email a few months back about why Bandcamp isn't better than Spotify. And at first I scoffed at it, but now I'm starting to realize that you're probably onto something. He goes, so what I'm also asking you and I'm trying to figure out is Bandcamp actually a sustainable revenue platform for most artists? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are talking about it being, for the 1% of 1% of artists to sell their vinyls or their niche little merch items and have a couple of fanboys buy a CD or a vinyl and they'll pat themselves on the back because one CD does equate thousands of streams. Yes, but you got one fan versus thousands of fans on Spotify. They don't think like that. He goes, is it better used as a supplemental tool rather than the main focus? I don't think you need Bandcamp at all. Okay. And y'all can come at me. I don't think you need it. I think you need that as much as you need a Rumble channel. I think you need that as much as you need a True Social channel or a Blue Sky, a Blue Sky platform. I don't think you need it at all. You're breaking up your fans. You're sending mixed messages. You're not growing your fan base. So all you're doing is keeping your music on there when they could be going to Spotify, to Apple Music, to YouTube, listening to it, and you getting paid. You're not getting paid when they check out your music on Bandcamp.